Black Earth offers a full suite of humic solutions, from high-purity granules to powder, liquid, and soluble formulations, all powered by pure humulite. Trusted by growers worldwide from one of the world's rarest humulite reserves. Grow stronger with the power of Black Earth Humulite. Learn more from Mind to Market by visiting blackearth.com.
Every weekday at 10 a.m. Central, one of the personalities from Real Agriculture appears on RFD TV and Rural Radio 147's Market Day Report to shed light and insight and perspective on what is happening in the world of agriculture. Enjoy.
Thank you so much for watching Market Day Report on this Monday morning. Glad to be with you. I'm Jennifer Vickery-Smith. Tuesday will be Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney's second trip to the White House. Host of Real Ag Radio, Shaun Haney, joins us now with the latest on this information. We're excited to hear a little bit more about it. Joining us now, Shaun, we appreciate you. Will Prime Minister Carney's Washington trip deliver anything concrete for Canadian farmers and steel producers who are facing these heavy tariffs?
Hey, good to be with you here this morning. So I'm not really sure. I think expectations are a little bit low, although there is a lot of concern about the direction that this meeting could take. The last time that Prime Minister Mark Carney was in the White House, it actually went quite well. But we do know that there has been some world leaders that have shown up at the White House expecting a great meeting, and it definitely goes sideways. So Carney's trying to avoid that. Carney's really walking into a White House that obviously views tariffs not just as an economic lever, but as very much political capital. I think there's a lot of people, wondering, okay, what is Carney going to offer up? I think from the Canadian side, they're going to be, is there any sort of a deal or a path here? What does President Trump, does he show an indication that he wants to have a deal in the short term, or is this something that he wants to drag out to create, obviously, some of the drama that we have seen in other regards? I think agriculture on both sides of the border are definitely cheering for do no harm, review, don't renegotiate.
So the U.S. is now signaling that it wants to negotiate USMCA separately with Canada and Mexico. What risks do you think that creates for Canadian agriculture and trade access?
So I think this is a major concern. If we get away from a trilateral deal and we have, we don't even look at it in totality, and we start to look at different industries, not just between the three countries, but U.S. Canada, U.S. Mexico, Canada Mexico, we're going to have a lot of requests for exemptions. We're going to have a lot of requests for carve-outs. It's going to get even more complicated. It creates a lot of bureaucracy and regulatory compliance issues that are already in existence that would be nice to get away from. I think it's a real concern for agriculture if we do see this. We have an integrated supply chain in things like pork, in biofuels, in beef. And having a non-three-way deal and going more bilateral, I think adds costs and will have exporters and importers very concerned.
Absolutely. The U.S. says that Canada's China policy is undermining USMCA. What does that mean for Canadian farmers and their market access?
Yeah, so this is an interesting one. For farmers, I think it's a direct risk. The White House believes Canada has been too lenient in allowing Chinese content into North American trade flows, whether that's like things like auto parts, farm equipment, or even agri-food products. The reality, though, is Canada has really stepped up as an example. Mexico as well, like on the EVs, for example, where they've complied and added an import tariff to Chinese EVs to try to make the White House happy, going back to the Biden administration. So they have made real attempts here to take away some of these concerns. I think China is a difficult one because the enemy from a trade perspective is not Canada, Mexico. The nefarious character here is China, and maybe Canada, Mexico, and the U.S. should be working more together in dealing with China than trying to tear the whole thing apart and looking at everybody the same.
Yeah, you make it all sound easy. Host of Real Ag Radio, Shaun Haney. We appreciate you joining us this morning. Have a great day. Well, you can catch Shaun on his show Real Ag Radio, which airs at 4:30 p.m. Eastern weekdays on Rural Radio Channel 147 on Sirius XM. And of course, we'll talk to him again here on Market Day Report tomorrow.
Send us your feedback on that bit by sending me an email, shaney@realagriculture.com, or call the Real Ag Feedback line, 855-776-6147.